Hey guys, I know my audio is not the best, but what am I going to do about it? Seriously, what am I going to do about it? But welcome. As we all heard the news, or at school today, or at work, as we all know, in Australia, there is a lockdown for the next 6 days. I thought I would like to take to social media and ask you how you guys feel about that. You know, just, you know, you can ask anything as long as it's appropriate, Yeah, it sucks, but welcome, Cool Cam. Welcome. So, feel free to talk about anything, how you feel, emotions, and I'll try to give you my best advice on how to deal with it. Oh, hold on. Phone call. Hello. Hello, Martin. Not good. No. Uh, I'm currently in the middle of a live stream. Going on social media, asking people on how they feel about the 6 day lockdown. And so yes, and right now I'm feeling really overwhelmed and anxious, and I'm worried I'm not going to last. You can join my live stream. You can feel free to talk about anything. I'm live at the moment. Yep. Yeah. Well, I think the government, the that scientist who was talking about it today, I think they've done a very good job of explaining it. Oh well, we actually went to the assembly. It was unexpected, and they talked about us, and they said workers and all that. The few things like talking to like older people. Yes, I agree. Staying at home is the best way, and I think we can do this as a team. Yes. Yes, I agree. Strategies will be very useful in this scenario. So I was talking to my OT about some strategies and just mostly, keep the mind busy, keep your body moving, and my viewers who are watching at this moment, please take this advice on what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm in the midst of a live stream and talking to people and seeing how they feel. Usually I upload stuff to YouTube or listen to music. I'm listening to a song by Homegrown. It's called Tomorrow. Yep. Yes. Hey, next 6 days you can take the time to practice it. Yes. Yep. I do a little bit of exercise. I go for walks, but as of now, I can't go for any walks. I'll find something to do, Martin. I'll definitely do. Yes. It does. Exercise does reduce stress. It also keeps your body happy. Yes, I am very anxious about the lockdown. Uh, I agree with Martin. I think calling me once a week will work perfectly fine. I'm sorry if I can't make it to the phone. Tomorrow's works. I gotta go. I'm kind of in the middle of a live stream. Yeah, thank you. Tomorrow. See ya. That was me, social worker. As you guys know, I'm under the state law because I'm underage and don't live with my family. But besides that, so all right, let's talk. All right, now I'm with you. Now I'm free. I promise you, there was no more phone calls going to be happening. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk. Yeah, how do you guys feel? Feel free to comment, and I'll try to give you my best advice. I'll wait because I have patience and patience. Yes, patience. Let's talk about patience. So, as you know, 6 days of lockdown. We need to have our patience, and anything can happen during this week. All right. I miss the sports. Yes, missing sports. I understand, but what can you do? Can do you have contact with your coaches or you know, all that sort of stuff? You just gotta find ways. You can, if you've got a decent sized backyard, you can go kick a soccer ball or cook a footy with your dad or mom or whoever you can. Small things like simple skills. Who knows? Maybe your parents or whoever you live with might teach you a few things that if they played it before. It's what you got to do. I wish I could play sports as well, but I've got to deal with this lockdown, and we've all got to sit back and go, hey, what's the worst can happen? Do you think this lockdown was the right decision? I 100% agree with the right decision. I think, like I said earlier, when I was talking to my social worker, I said, that person, the scientist who was under the Minister of the Health Department, had declared that, and I think it was a very smart move because we want to stay ahead of the lockdown, and if we can stay ahead of it, we'll be right. Now, of course, there's going to be some people who are going to misbehave, and let's not be one of them. Yes, there are always going to be people who are going to be like that. But that's why the police and the law is going to stop them. We have all got to play our part in this. We can do it as a team. Next question. And I can talk in the chat if you guys would like, but I prefer to say things visually and through my voice. And I think, social media might be, I wouldn't say it's the best way to get through these 6 days. I think, talking to family would be good, phone them, Zoom, whatever's necessary to keep in contact with them, simple, mind like puzzles, get your family together, have a board game night. I'm assuming that should be all right if, with your family and not friends over, because I've got a feeling, though there was never any speak about the family having friends over, but I'm assuming that, we might only be getting told about that later during the week. So at the moment, really just hang out with your family, talk to your friends through online stuff. Is it also, and it's always how are Liam subscribers, not how is Liam? Sad face. So how is Liam? Liam. Well, I always put myself before you guys, making sure you guys are all good. I don't care about subscribers and donations and all that. But, you guys are always going to be my first priority. And I cross my heart, and I can show you right now. I just did it. Cross my heart. See? Cross my heart. I think that was the right side. I usually can't tell the difference between right and left, but that's because I have a disability. But yes, how am I? Now let's get to that question. Generally, I'm really stressed. I'm, worried, and I think that I'm not going to make it through the first couple of days. But with the help of, my subscribers and people who I know and my family, they will help me get through it. Even my social worker, he said he's going to contact me. And yeah, I think, doing simple things like things to trick your mind, like brain exercises and puzzles and maybe some reading, I think that will help. But overall, I think I'm not going to be the best at it. I think I'm going to need a lot of patience. I need a lot of time to, to settle in and relax. That's a great idea. Yeah. And, you guys can, as take the time to read, of course, play some video games. I always supported that, but not a whole lot because I recommend that, socialize with family as well because, and even if you want, like even invite your family to, play some games with you. It'll just, keep your mind busy, keep your mind clean. The mind is a very difficult thing to learn. And it's a very hard thing to control, as my psychologist tells me. And, we can do all these things to, help us through these times that we're having. And, you just got to do what's for you, You know what I'm saying? Like, if let's say you have a dog, go outside and play fetch with the dog or teach them a few tricks because dogs, as we all know, dogs are a good way to relieve stress and just like any other animal, And I think I've got it somewhere. And I'll show you what I made. I have a lot of schoolwork to do over the next week. How do I stay on top of that and not get stressed? I think the best way to do with that is talk to your teachers, through, I know my last school uses DayMap, so if you use DayMap or Microsoft Teams, there's that, even Google Classroom, my school uses Google Classroom and I don't think it works, but, as long as you keep coordinating and talking with your teachers, you'll be fine, Tell them what you can't understand and ask them if you need to be modified or, things like that. All right. Don't think overly. Don't look at a question and think that's too hard, Do what you can, Talk to your teachers, You got to, talk to your teachers and tell them, is there another way I could do this? Now, let's say it's maths. So maths would definitely be a hard one, just like science. Now, those ones are going to need a lot more coordination with your teachers. But, do little bits at a time during the day, Set out a routine, you're going to get up, you're going to have a good breakfast, have a shower and all that. Maybe do a little bit of schoolwork for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and then, take a break. I never knew you gave such good advice. I learn a lot. I study a lot. I don't really study psychology and stuff like that, but I can give advice, and you can consider this as secondhand, but the way I say it is into my own words, and this is through my personal thoughts. Sometimes I'll study like how to, deal with stresses and all that. I wish I had money to donate. No, we don't do that here. No money. No money. No, you need to keep that money, man. That's the rules, Fortunately, the world goes like this. Money makes the world go round, and that's just how we live in society. I say, save as much money for the future as you can. Go to college, Of course, you got to worry about the now and, you can prepare yourself for the future. So worry about the now and prepare yourself for the future. If that's simple things like studying, revising over tests and all that, and putting all your effort towards something, what you're passionate about, your opportunities on the new console. My opinions on the new console, are we talking Xbox One, Series X, I meant Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5? I think as I'm a Nintendo fan and occasionally an Xbox fan as well. I think that we should respect all consoles. I think if it's capable of playing games, we should be playing on it. I recommend it as long as you enjoy playing it, support your console. I think a lot of games like Call of Duty and all that are coming cross-platform. Of course, it might be a little bit hard to get someone to play on like PC and PlayStation 5, but in the end, it will work out. I think, we should respect consoles, respect people's opinions on consoles. And I think in the end, it will just turn out great. I've still got an Xbox 360, but like, no one talks about that. But, I generally like to play it. I play GTA 5 on it, on my Xbox 360. And if you don't believe me it exists, look it up. But I could look it up right now. And, I didn't mean to drop that. That was something I had for school, some books that I had outside, and they just fell down. But no matter. But yeah, you can, I guess if you got time, play on your consoles, I feel like you should keep your old consoles and play them while you still can, use them while they're still capable. The PlayStation 3 still gets supported. Of course, it doesn't get any new games or, new features and servers are down. But, Xbox 360, it still has servers you can play online and all that. Of course, Microsoft and Sony has. How long are you going to stream for? I feel like I'll stream until we run out of questions, and you guys answer the questions, and I'll provide my best answers for you. So I could stream all night if I have to. Hello, hola, amigo. I think that says hola. I'm not very good at reading. Yeah, sorry about the mic again, but so I'm pretty sure if I remember that correctly, that is grades. I love you. Oh, yep. I'm trying to think his name, isn't it? Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, my haircut. I got that. I think last week I actually got that haircut. Oh, it's Bailey. Yes. Sorry, my mind has been really focused on today's subject. So I have kind of forgotten your name. Yes, Cameron. That's why I call you. Yeah. Sorry for forgetting your name. So I'm very sorry about that. But yes, welcome Bailey and Cameron. There's a specific person I would like to invite. I'll see if I can get him. And that's, I'm going to say his name, Mr. Gage Burke. Of course, he's got to ask his mom for his phone so he can watch my stream. I want to see how he's going. How is he feeling about the coronavirus and the 6-day lockdown? I think, as a friend of his, I think it's very important that I have his opinion and see how I can support him, even though I'm not there in person. But I still think about him, and I think about all my old friends a lot. I still sometimes wish I wasn't here, but unfortunately events happened that led up to being here, and I won't go into detail on that because that's not part of today's subject. He spends pretty stressed when he finds out. Yeah, I don't blame him. But, I want you guys, I want you to guys look after him for me. I know I'm not there for him, but I always think about him, and, I pray to God. I recently got this certain book that I'd like to show you. See, that book. It's like another Bible. It's a specific type of Bible. Yeah. We'll look after him. Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much. I pretty much appreciate him. And I'm glad. And I think of you guys a lot, and I try to do streams like this. So I don't stream about it. Usually I stream about music and all that, but I know human beings love music, and a lot of teenagers love music, so I produce a lot of music, and that's why would like to one day produce songs with Mr. Gage Burke, who I really would like to have one day part of a song that But seeing if I can try to contact him. No, I'm not very good at using YouTube, so. So, next question, guys. What else do you want to talk about? And please take your time with typing. There's no need to rush. We have plenty of time, as you know. Do you have any question? Hmm. It can be anything. But yeah, exactly. It can be about anything. Sorry, I'm just kind of just, trying to message Gage um, for YouTube because his mum's phone. Currently through a live stream if you'd like to talk about anything. Yeah, you heard that. Dang. Oh, I've contacted them as that little beep sound you heard is a little feature on my iPad that when I speak to it, it types spells out the words automatically for me. That helps me out because I'm not very good at spelling, as you guys know. I think one thing I will talk about this next subject is what are your plans? What are your plans during the school holiday? Well, these 6 days off in lockdown. What are the plans? What are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna manage your time? Let's talk about that now. I think that's a very good question. Gaming. All right. Sleep. Yep. One thing I will say is if it helps, I recommend getting like a piece of paper or something and sticking it up on the fridge and write out what you're gonna do for the day. You know, during the I shouldn't say day, but let's say the whole 6 days. You know, let's say wake up around a specific time if you want to write that in. I can't think of any time off the top of my head. Eat a good breakfast. All right, as people say, the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Then have a shower or something, and then maybe do some schoolwork or schoolwork should be around like an hour, maybe less than an hour. So your mind keeps fresh. Bailey, your headset's here. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. So, hey, you know what, guys? I got a plan. How about we do a Zoom over the 6 weeks? We should get together. Do a Zoom. Unlikely. I think that would be a good plan. Hey, if you guys don't want to do it, it's fine. I'm just thinking of things we can do. I'm down. Oh. Oh, you're down for. Oh, you're down for it. Yeah. We'll find a way to set it up. I might be able to do it. That's right. Plan it out. Like I said, that list. Once you do the schoolwork, maybe we can do something else, like do some gaming or talk to family, like over Zoom and stuff. Even if it's with me. Of course, I don't really want to meet your families because that's your family, and I don't think they really want to know who I am. And yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I just can't really word that to make it sound rude. All right, maybe after you've done some gaming, maybe have some lunch. I recommend having a good lunch to eat. Maybe, I like strawberry jam sandwiches. Maybe that could work for you. Who knows? Try something new. Like one time I had meat pies and mayonnaise, and I wanted to try that because I was bored. And turns out they don't really go well together. But that was my thinking when I was bored. And then, after maybe doing some lunch, maybe do some bit of more schoolwork, and maybe after that, do some gaming and have another shower or get ready for bed and go from there. Like, That's just an example of a list that you could do to plan out your day. You know, things like simple things that will help. My OT stands for occupational therapist. My OT says, how about you try socializing with the people around you? Maybe do some fitness like push ups, sit ups, all those types of things. Eat a good lunch, have a good breakfast. That's what my OT says, and he's got me some activities to do. I put popcorn and saladas with cream ice cream into a bucket and drank it. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. um, Maybe I'll have to try that one day. Who knows? But if you enjoyed it, that's the main thing. All right. Now I'm not here to judge what you guys eat. No, I would never do that. I said ice cream. I meant cream cheese. Cream cheese. That sounds delicious. Ha ha ha, I'm messing with you. You do not do that. All right, then. I'll take your word for it. I will not do that. What else has been happening in the news lately? I'll have to go on my news article for that. And of course, mostly the news is about John Biden. Oh, yes, the presidential debate. Yes. How do you guys feel about that? It's godly. It's godly. What's you guys' opinions? Now, generally, I don't really like elections in America. I don't really worry about it. All right, this is just my opinion on it. Trump was an idiot. Well, I'm going to have to not show that because you used an offensive word, and YouTube. I read through a bit of the policy of YouTube, and it says that you got to keep it family friendly. Yeah, that's the way they sort of described it. So we're not going to use that word. I don't want to say in case, you know. You can, back to my opinion, I don't really care about the presidential debate. Maybe if I was a politician of our state, I would care because really the reason why we watch the debate is because whoever comes elected can cause so many effects on many other parts of the world. Example, trading, businesses, contacts with them, you know, allies and all that. I can't really name anything off the top of my head since I'm not a politician. But yeah, how is you guys? Now let's talk about you. How do you guys feel about the politicians going on in America and how do you guys feel about it? Feel free to take your time to type. I hope I don't care too much. All right. Fair enough. If you care to explain why, that's fine. Yeah, same here. Yeah, you see, I'm glad you guys shared your opinions with you. Oh no. Be back in 1 second. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Is that all right with you guys? Or do you guys want me to stay here? Well, all right. Thank you. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm just going to the bathroom. I'm talking to myself. Somebody once told me the way gonna roll me. Shrek reference. I'm back. That's what you guys talking about, eh? I probably shouldn't read your messages if you guys are talking, because technically it's part of against law, but I don't know how it works on YouTube. Did I wash my hands? Yes, I washed my hands. Now, they may not look wet, but that's because my camera's not very good. But yes, I did wash my hands, but I haven't put hand sanitizer on, but I did wash my hands. Because I want to protect the people who I live with. Yeah. Now, just remember, if you go out to a pub, I don't think you'll be able to. Gotta stop the spread. Yes, gotta stop the spread. Keep your distance. We're technically social distancing right now, if you think about it, because you're somewhere else in the world, and I legally can't say where your location is, but you're somewhere else in the world, and let's keep our distance. It's a very long distance, but hey, it's an example of keeping the distance. So, I will say this again: at 12 o'clock tonight, so midnight, you won't be allowed out of the house unless you're going grocery shopping and certain supplies and things like that. Yes, it's true. The state government said that. The Minister of Health said that. But we're not allowed out the street. I think you're allowed out in your front yard. I think that's allowed, but most of the time we spend our time in the backyard because I'm pretty sure there's more space and all that. So here's another thing. How do you? Here's a good question. This is what you should do. Out of your time, it's a good question. It's a good question to ask your your bosses or your teachers how they feel about the lockdown. I think it's a very good question, and I think they will appreciate it. Even if it's the principal of the school or the major boss of a company, ask them how they feel about it. 'Cause it would make their day, and it would make a smile for them, and it shows that you really care. If I was up where you guys are, I would be going around asking like my bus driver, and was my bus driver, how he felt, and stuff like that. Did you guys? Yeah, I've got a question. But did you guys have to take the bus home, or did you have to get your parents to drive you home after school? I'm gonna just assume that you took the bus home. Bus, all right, nice. Still on the bus? Doubt it. You'll be at home at it's only 4:20 or 4:30. Well, it's technically 4:29. Be more specific. Well, I did take the bus, but Bailey didn't. All right, cool. Yeah, man. I guess there's not much really to talk about. I think we've covered a fair bit, but here's the questions coming. I like it. Let's keep going. Surely you got something. What is what? It doesn't exactly. You know what? It doesn't have to be about the virus and the lockdown. It could be about anything. Have you applied for any jobs, Liam? I have been trying, and so far no luck. And I've just taken a break for a while now, so reconsidering my options on where to go. Is Bailey sending any chats because I can't see them? Oh, yeah, I sort of muted him because he sent something offensive, but I think I've just allowed him to talk again. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Things are breaking. The chat's kind of breaking. Legend, keep up the content. I am doing my very best. I'm trying to fix it. The chat. I kind of accidentally pressed something. So, Mr. Gibby or Gilbert, Billy, yeah, Mr. Billy. Sorry about the connection issues. Our Wi-Fi is not the best at home. So, the person that called me legend. Quick question: how do you feel about the lockdown? All right, how do you feel about the 6 day lockdown? Now, I know you might not be in Australia, but how do you feel about the virus and all that? How do you feel? I did not mean to time you out. I have no idea what I've done. Don't know what I've done. I've somehow managed to break the chat. 6 days is a piece of pie. I know how it's. Oh, dude. Haha, lockdown sucks, but exactly. We'll get through it. We will get through it, my friend. All right? We will. With time and patience, social distancing, following the laws, keeping up to date with the media, and we'll get through it. You know? I believe in you. I don't think it would be a piece of cake, but it has been a while since we've been in a lockdown, but if you want to see it as a piece of cake, that's fine with me. You can consider that. I'm just still trying to fix up the chat. Still. So, any other questions, Mister? Is it right if I say your name? Because I currently don't have your permission, and I just want to verify with you in case you're using a real name. All right, it seems like we've lost a few people along the way. I'm just waiting for some people to come back and talk about some stuff. Sorry for my quietness. I have been trying to fix up the channel. The chat, I accidentally pressed something and there's no undo button. I don't know how I managed to do this, but my goodness, what have I done? I'm not very good with live streaming, and that's what you get when I press a button. I think that's because it's still muted. Yo, Liam, what did I say that was so? The word idiot. According to YouTube, idiot is not a nice word, and they asked me if I wanted to show it, so I said no. Yeah. I don't know why the word idiot was blocked, but it is what it is. Oh, yay. I know that I know Mr. who said legend called me a legend. I know you missed some of the stream, a lot of it. All right. So if you want to rewind and catch up to what we talked about, that's fine with me. But keep the questions coming, guys. Yes, Mr. Bailey. Yes, Bailey. I'm sorry about the chat being a bit broken. I'm sorry that YouTube said I wasn't allowed to show that comment. So yeah, and I'm sorry, Cool Cam, for somehow managing to time you out for 100 seconds. So I'm very sorry, guys. I'm not very good at live streaming. I generally have no one that watches my live stream, so I don't usually know what to do in the chat. But my apologies, guys. Well, according to YouTube, you did, but that doesn't matter. I'm very sorry, Cool Cam. I somehow managed to do it. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not very good at live streaming. I'm mod. Oh, somehow I did that as well. I think I know how to do it. Hey, let's add everyone as a moderator. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Bailey, you're a moderator.
That's quite
Bailey, you are a moderator, my friend. Come on, this stream was perfectly for you guys to talk about. This stream was for you guys, you know? What do you guys want to talk about? Cam, please stop being a bully. All right, you do realize that Bailey is also a moderator as well. But yeah, this stream is perfectly for you guys. Come on, I need something to talk about. Come on, please. Please, I'm begging you. I wasn't trying to be a bully. I know you weren't trying to be a bully. I guess I couldn't have used, well, I didn't want to use an offensive word, but I know you weren't trying to be a bully. You are a moderator. I'm going to keep you as a moderator. All right, can we not talk about this? Because this is not part of the subject I wanted to talk about. This was more about for you guys. Oh. Well, I'm waiting. All right, I got something. My mind has just gone. So, what kind of food are we going to be eating? All right, what kind of food we'll be eating during the lockdown? You know, I think I will be having a decent diet of some meat, some vegetables. Of course, you know, the occasional ice cream there and there. So you don't know what you're going to be eating? Do you have any snacks or anything? All right. As my best advice, to keep your mind happy, fresh, and not stressed out about the lockdown. Hello, Mr. Sup Boy. Well, I can't really say your name without your permission. So, unless you want me to say your name, all right, say it. And do. Sorry about pronunciation. I have a learning disability, which goes around a few things, and spelling and reading is not one of them. Well, they are one of them, but it's just not my strongest point because of my disability. But yeah, welcome to the stream. How do you feel about the lockdown? You know, how do you feel? All right, you might are you know everything is fine. Everything is fine. You can watch back some of the stream if you feel to need to catch up. Um, well, I'm sorry about you losing your job, mate. Well, if you still have a job, but you're just currently going, you got no money. Well, all right. Let's talk about this, guys. I want a serious conversation. All right. Can everyone in the chat please say this? Mr. Pandu, I wish you luck. I wish you to become, I hope for the best for the future for you. All right, best of lucks, mate. Everyone just write something nice to him. Let's get him happy. Let's all give him a compliment. Let's give him a hand. So feel free, guys, write in the chat for him. He's got no money, he's got no work. Oh, he cannot work, sorry. That's not very nice. Suffer? No. Yeah, give him some love, Oh, you know what? I'll even write something in the chat. For the best. I think that's how you spell best. All right, I'll write something up. I hope for the best. I think that's how you spell best. All right, sorry about my spelling, but that's meant to say I hope for the best. I hope for the best for you, mate. I hope you can get reemployed. If you're working from home, I hope you're out. As of tonight. I'm glad it's glad to hear you laugh. I bet you're behind the screen that you're watching, and I hope you're laughing, having a smile, Man, but like I always say, I'll put you guys before me, You guys are like family. Well, it sounds a bit creepy to say that, but you guys are my family, I'll try my best to give you advice and, things like that. But man, you're part of the community here. All right. It might be a very small community right here. There's the 5 of us, but I hope for the best. I hope God can help you get through it. Keep praying to God if you believe in God. I hope God can help you get through this. I believe you can get through this, mate. You might be going for a hard time, but trust me. On the every at the end of every corner, there's a rainbow, my friend. Remember that. Thank you. You're gonna make me cry, guys. You know what? If you're behind the screen and, behind the screen, cry. It's always good to have a good cry. Let the emotions out. We're all in the same boat here. Our boats may look different, but we're all in the same boat in reality. All right? We've all got to do things together. We got to follow the rules. Buffering. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the buffering. Sorry about the connection, guys. Sorry. So, monkey. Nice. But please, guys. Please, let's all have a moment here. Please, keep our distance, follow the rules, keep up to the latest news. Talk to our families, ring up your old folks, and let them know. Ring them up and say, hey, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about lockdown? All right? Talk to your old folks. Tell them that, they're going to survive, they're going to make it through. We all have a part here to play. All right? Like I always say, people, if you ever need to talk about something, whatever's on your mind, I'm here for you. And I cross my heart. I'll do it again on the stream. Cross my heart. I don't have any of those. They all die. Oh, I'm very sorry for your loss, mate. Let's have a moment of silence for Bailey's loved ones. I'm going to count down from 5. There you go. There's a sort of a moment of silence for Bailey's loved ones. But Bailey, all right, I know you still have a family, mate. Right, we all got families here. Let's look after them. Let's wash our hands. Let's keep our distance. Follow all guidelines. You know what? I'm only a small sample. I'm only one person. All right? But in reality, we're all one person. We're one big person trying to get through this all together. All right? All in the same boat. You know? If you got mental health issues, right? Talk to professionals. Get your parents to talk to professionals. I have mental health issues. I talk to a psychologist. I have an OT. And they help me out and they get me through really well. All right. I told Mr. Gage Burke, when I was still, with you guys up there and hanging out with you guys, I told him, talk to me, talk to a specialist. And he did. His specialist was this one of the teachers at school. Yeah, it was a well-being teacher. Yeah, that one. But to be honest, guys, if you want, I can do another stream about this, We're not donating. No, 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 no. Oh, thank you for the compliment. But to be honest, guys, I wouldn't say I'm the legend here. You guys are the super legends, I'm just some random guy, guys. I'm just a random person. Many people don't even know who I am. Not even people, like people across the world don't even know I exist. I'm here to listen, mate. All right, everyone shush for the chat and let Mr. Pandu talk. All right? Well, I want to listen to him. All right. Fair enough. I thought you were going to say something. Yeah. No, you're fine. All right? YouTube didn't send up a message saying it was all right. All right. I think you could have used a nicer word. Yes, you could, like be quiet or, please be quiet. Or I just said that, didn't I? My bad. Yeah, but you know what I mean. All right. You will pretty much never hear me swear, and if I do, I'll let you know at the start of the video or during the video or some point. But I think swearing, to me, in my opinion, swearing can be used in many ways. I feel like swearing can be okay at times, but not at other times. Swearing, if you're having an argument, and you feel the urges to swear to just try to get your point through, and I guess that's all right. But swearing at like police officers, anything, it's just going to make the problem worse. You just sometimes got to accept that, you've done the wrong thing. But never swear, mate. You don't hear me swear very often. Or unless I need to, but you've got to control your anger. One thing my psychologist said, get a pillow, throw it around, burn off the energy, go for a massive walk or a hike. The reason why we get so stressed up is because we build it up and then we need to find a way to let it out. And that could be in any shape or form. Sometimes we need space to let it out. Sometimes we get really hot-headed and angry and we just lose control. All right? Now, why am I talking about this? Because this actually relates to the virus. Now, some of us are living with the brothers and sisters and we don't get along with them. All right? You have some information. All right? Go ahead. I'll listen. He got into a. Is that meant to say fight? Oh dear. Oh dear. He got into a fight. Eh? All right. Now what can I do? There's not much I can do really. Um, I think as a friend of Gage, I think you guys should sit down with him, talk to him, help him out. Give him some advice. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it, man. I don't like here where I don't like hearing about fights, and fighting is not the answer sometimes. Sometimes we just gotta let it go. You know, we can't control violence. It just sort of happens and it builds up. That can happen in like lockdown as well if we live with brothers and sisters. And I can see where you're coming from, but I think you guys should really go out of your day, right? When we go back to school, work, and all of that, sit down with them, talk to them, hang out with them, make them feel welcome, make them feel that he is part of the community. He tries his best, to just talk and hang out. You have to leave soon? All right. Thank you for your time in this session. I hope you've learnt a few things and learning any worries or stresses out of you. I'm glad to help, man. Like I said, if you need anything, talk to me. I'm happy to talk. But back onto what I was talking about. So yes, when you get frustrated, and just remember, I was your right. I'll definitely write it down. Write it on my hand. Write it in a book. Man, I'm glad to have you on this roller coaster, mate. I appreciate it that you've subscribed and. Well done, Bailey. Well done. But to be honest, I find all my subscribers to be the first. To be honest, you could subscribe when I'm about to retire. I was always consider everyone to be my first subscribers. That way there's no conflict. All right. To me, winning a race is not always ideal. Doesn't matter if you come last or first in a race. In some sort of reality, you were the first person. Goodbye, Cool Cam. Peace out, man. Till next one. Peace out, man. Good hearing from you. Good seeing you. And technically, it wasn't really seeing, but good hearing from you, man. I'm glad to help you in any way I could today's. Damn, we have been streaming for over an hour now. So, back onto what I was talking about. That was about the anger. When all our anger builds up, and when we live with our brothers and sisters and family members and all that, it builds up. It goes from your bottom of your toes to all the way to the top of your head. And when you hit that breaking point, you explode, and you tell people that you need space, and you get angry, and you keep trying to fight. Once it's out, and people usually just don't really know how to control it. All right. Sometimes I'll just, when I lose that, when I get really angry, I usually tell people to back off or keep their distance, and I'll go for a walk, burn off the energy. Because that's what anger is. It's energy built up that explodes. Now, of course, people with certain mental illnesses and all that don't know how to control it. And they probably will never be able to control it at some points. We're talking about, well, not without medication, but that's the most extreme condition, right? And we were literally in 6 days with, family and brothers and sisters and all that. All right? I think as a good person, we should just hang out with them, talk to them, you know? Be respectful to one another for these next 6 days. All right? And who knows, you may learn a thing about it too with your family and friends. Just, you don't know until it happens. All right? But I'm glad all of you guys can be part of the stream, and I think I'll be logging off soon. So unless anyone's got any further questions for me, say them now or say them very soon. I'll wait. All right then. Seems like one person watching, and that's someone at Google. Now, Google, I have one message for you, or whoever this last person is. Thank you for being a part of this stream, mate, or her. I really appreciate it. I try to behave. I try to behave myself on YouTube. All right. All right. And I'm glad you watch and monetize my videos and all that. You do a very good job making sure everyone's safe on the YouTube. All right. I know a lot of people get angry at you, but I'm glad. Like I said a long time ago, you can take down my videos if you need. And you did once because it had something in it, and I just accepted it and take it down. And it's part of your job, really. So, yeah. All right. Until next one, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. And if I can hit end.